From his first 4 small crops, he was the #2 sire in North America and Europe on apex figures, splitting Galileo and Warfront. He just looks the part. He exudes class. He looks like Northern Dancer. I mean, it's impossible to get better than that. When you know a horse is this good, you have to be able to push the chips out on the table and to play that hand. He's a superstar.
Hi everybody and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spenthrift, the Breeders' Farm. I'm Dan Illman along with Nicole Russo, and let's take a look at the field for Sunday's Spa Baby event, kicking off the card and the 50-cent early pick 5 with race number 1. 6 furlongs, 2-year-old fillies, $90,000 is the purse. Our friends at Spenthrift, they are represented by their top stallion Into Mischief, who is the sire of the number 3, Strike Magic. We'll take this field in program number order because we do have a coupled entry in here, and they are horses with experience. The number 1, Mylastfirstkiss, is a filly that did not break well in both starts against maidens, then was thrown to the wolves in the Grade 2 Adirondack last time out, where she sat far behind a fast pace and passed a couple of tired horses late. I think she actually fits well in this spot.
Yes, she definitely fits better here against maidens. Certainly has had excuses every time out. Broke slowly in her debut. Her second time out against maidens, she stumbled badly at the break and was bumped. And then, as you said, just overmatched against winners in the Grade 2 Adirondack. She certainly got license to improve. I just think that she might want a little bit more ground. Sire Flatter can certainly get them sprinting or routing, but then there's a bit of route ability in the female family. Her dam was stakes placed going longer as a juvenile.
Wouldn't be surprised if one of the entries scratches. The 1A We Don't Believe Her would be wheeling back on extremely short notice, 1 week's notice to be exact. This filly is by Haskell and Breeders' Cup Classic winner Bayern, was claimed for $50,000 out of her debut, and she showed good speed last time out, but was just sort of one-paced in the lane. With blinkers on, if she runs in this race with her sprint pedigree, I would expect her to be on or near the lead.
Yeah, I actually think she might be the stronger half of the entry. Has run very well in both of her starts. Second on debut at Saratoga when the rider dropped the reins late, beaten just half a length. And then, as you said, ran third just a week ago. Bayern, I do expect him, he already has had a few 2-year-old winners from his first crop. I do expect them to be able to go short or long. You mentioned his wins in the Haskell and Breeders' Cup Classic, but he was also a very brilliant horse and had wins around one turn, including the Woody Stevens. Plenty of sprint ability in this female family as well. I would certainly expect this one to show speed with the blinkers on.
Breaking from the inside post is the number 2, Wicked Whisper, and expect this filly to take a good amount of action on the tote board. A $500,000 yearling by first crop sire Liam's Map, and just look at the names in this pedigree. This dam has been so productive. She's already foaled Point of Honor, Grade 2 stakes winner, Grade 1 place, Velvet Mood, juvenile stakes winning synthetic sprinter, Admiral Jimmy, juvenile stakes place dirt sprinter. Just a versatile pedigree, a top trainer in Steve Asmussen. The Liam's Maps, though, have gotten off to a slow start, Nicole. Do you think they ultimately may want a little more distance?
I think they could win going shorter. Liam's Map certainly had brilliance in his own right with a win in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. But, I do think that regardless of distance, they're going to want a little bit of time to develop. He was at his best as an older horse. And knowing that about Liam's Map and knowing that Steve Asmussen's 2-year-olds tend to run so much better second time out, I think I might take a wait-and-see approach with Wicked Whisper on Sunday.
Number 3 is Strike Magic by Spendthrift stallion Into Mischief, a $200,000 yearling. Into Mischief does very, very well with just about everything. 16% winners with 2-year-old first-time starters. This dam is a half to JP's Gusto, who is a very good 2-year-old, a Grade 1 stakes winner over the synthetic sprinting, and the dam's also a half to Magic Appeal, who is a 2-year-old Grade 2 stakes place dirt sprinter. So there is precocity and sprintability in this family, and it's nice to see Jose Ortiz take the mount.
That's what I was just going to say. Jose Ortiz has the call on this one at an intriguing 6-1 on the morning line if she can get away from the gate well down toward the inside. And yeah, I look at this pedigree and all I see is speed and juvenile ability on both sides.
The number 4 is Sea of Blue. This is a Godolphin homebred by the rock-solid stallion Midshipman, who wins 16% with juvenile debut runners. This is a 3/4 sister to MC, a Grade 1 stakes winning sprinter. I believe he won the 4-go at Saratoga, and he's also a half to a Grade 2 stakes winner in Dubai named Surfer. The dam is a half to Awesome Humor, who I think won the spin away at 2 here at Saratoga. So there's a lot of pedigree here for Kieran McLaughlin and Joel Rosario.
Plenty of pedigree. This female family just keeps producing outstanding horses. It's also the family of Constitution and, several other Grade 1 performers. Plenty of speed in there with the likes of MC and Awesome Humor. But I'm wondering if this one might actually want a little bit more ground, believe it or not. And being a Godolphin homebred and coming from the Kieran McLaughlin barn, I know that they'll be playing the long game with this horse.
This one's out of an Ocean Crest mare. I believe Ocean Crest was sent to Turkey a long time ago, but he is the broodmare sire of a pretty notable horse named Bricks and Mortar. The number 5 is Highland Glory, and this filly is bred to run about 3 miles. She's a foal to Highland Sky, a stakes-winning router. Just won the other day, the off-the-turf John's Call at a marathon distance. The dam was a Grade 3 stakes place turf router. Not only is this the family of Bit of Whimsy, but also Miss Josh and Royal Mountain Inn. I'm thinking turf route for Highland Glory down the road.
Oh, definitely. Barclay Tagg has unveiled some nice juveniles at this meet. He can have them ready to go first out. Sky Mesa, a good 2-year-old sire, and Highland Sky himself won on debut as a Saratoga 2-year-old. But I think this one is just here to get her feet wet, and that she will definitely want more distance and perhaps a different surface down the line. As you mentioned, Highland Sky just won the off-the-turf John's Call at 1.25 miles the other day. And just this year, he was third, beaten just more than a length in the Belmont Gold Cup at 2 miles on the turf. So, yeah, this one I think will want to run all day once she finds her stride.
And here's the formulator fact for Barclay Tagg. You mentioned he can get one ready to win, especially at Saratoga. Past 5 years, juvenile debut runners, maiden special dirt sprints at the Spa, 40% winners, $6.24 ROI. The 6 is Foreign Exchange. This is a horse that's raced twice already, once on turf and was beaten by an experienced runner named Sweet Melania. Last time out on dirt, first time Lasix, this horse showed improved speed, and that is often a precursor to further improvement down the road. Now, she did not show a lot of stamina in the lane and was basically wrapped up on late. This is the family of Exchange Rate and Sabre d'Argent and Cable, the latter two being turf horses. Maybe Foreign Exchange will get another chance on turf down the road to prove herself.
Well, we'll see. I think dirt might ultimately be what she wants to be doing. Sire Congrats, a multi-purpose sire. He can certainly get a very good 2-year-old filly. You mentioned Exchange Rate in the immediate family. He a very fast horse who's become a multi-purpose sire and a very good juvenile sire. I think it's a sign of precocity in this pedigree. She improved on the dirt, as you said. Basically wrapped up on late, but that was going 7 furlongs. She's cutting back to 6 here, probably has a nice foundation under her. As we mentioned, Wayne Lucas is a trainer who likes to run them fit.
The final horse in the race is Stop Shoppin' Tammy. And Stop Shoppin' Tammy has a big pedigree, a $625,000 buyback as a yearling. She is by the great stallion Tappet and a full sister to Tin Type Gal, a multiple Grade 3 stakes winner going long on the turf. Miss Shop won the Personal Ensign, routing at Saratoga. She's foaled 2 winners from 4 runners, and this is the family of such nice horses as Trap Shot and Bulling, the former being a top sprinter in his day. Just a beautiful pedigree.
Yeah, definitely. And what I think is encouraging is that plenty of good horses in this female family were produced by crossing that family with Tappet or with his sire Pulpit. I believe Power Broker, a Grade 1 winning juvenile by Pulpit, is also in here. tin type gal herself, was a graded winner on the turf as a juvenile, I believe. So a lot of ability here. I just think that this one might want to go a bit longer.
All right, top pick time for Sunday's Spa Baby race. We're kicking off the card and the early pick 5. Who do you fancy?
You know, I'm interested in Strike Magic. As I said, I don't love the post, but I like that Jose Ortiz aboard. If he can get her away from the gate well, I think she has a great shot to become the latest juvenile winner by leading juvenile sire into Mischief. I look at her pedigree, and all I see is speed and juvenile ability. I'll also take a look at Sea of Blue. As I said, I think they're playing the long game with that one, but you know, just a beautiful pedigree, that you have to take a look at. And for an exchange, the Lucas horse, I think shortening up slightly, and with that foundation under her, she might be eligible for a nice run.
Well, I agree with you. I think Sea of Blue might be pointing for something a little bit later and a little bit longer. I just respect this beautiful pedigree. I respect Midshipman. I know Kira McLaughlin can get one ready to win first out. I'm going to give Sea of Blue, the number 4, a chance in here. Whoever runs from the coupled entry, I'll also give a chance. You know I like these experienced horses in these races, and I can't throw out the 7, Stop Shoppin' Tammy by Tappet, out of Grade 1 Stakes winner Miss Shop. So I'm going 4-1-7 in Sunday's Spa Baby race, presented by Spenthrift, the Breeders' Farm.